You're thinking about starting your locks. Before you jump in, there are some important questions that you need to ask. Ask yourself and a loctician. These questions can save you time, money, and a lot of frustration. Today, we're breaking down 30 tips you must ask before starting locks. First question, what method is best for your hair type and why? The reason you ask this question is because your curl pattern, your density, your lifestyle can affect whether coil, twist, or interlocking or instant locks will work best. The next question, how long should your hair be to start locks? The reason you're asking this question is hair length affects how your locks is secured, and you want to know how much shrinkage you will expect. Another question, how often should you retwist in the beginning? I want you to know over retwisting can cause thinning, while waiting too long can cause lock damage, and that's something that you don't want. Another question you can ask, what's the difference between traditional lock, micro lock, sister lock? Knowing the difference helps you choose what lock method you want to start. This helps you with size, and this also helps you with maintenance. All of this will be a commitment, and you want something that will fit your lifestyle. Another question you can ask, how much will it cost to start my lock? I want you to know prices vary depending on your method, depending on your size, and always better to know upfront. Another question you can ask, can I start my locks myself or should I go to a professional? DIY is possible, meaning do it yourself, but a professional can set a strong foundation when it comes to your lock journey. Another question you can ask your loctician, what products should I use and avoid in my starter lock? Using heavy products can cause early buildup, and that's something that you do not want. Trust. Another question you can ask your loctician, how should I wash my starter locks without unraveling them? I want you to know washing is necessary for your scalp, a healthy scalp at that. But starter locks need special care to prevent them from unraveling or loosening. Another question you can ask your loctician, what should I expect during the budding stage or the ugly stage that they may call it? This will help you to be mentally prepared for frizz, puffiness, and uneven. The next question you can ask your loctician, will my locks be permanent or can they be combed out? It is important to know, so you would want this commitment. The next question you can ask, how long does it take for locks to fully develop? I want you to know locks goes through stage starter, budding, teenage, mature. So patience is key to your lock journey. Another question you can ask, will my lifestyle, meaning workout, my job, swimming, affect my lock journey? Sweat, chlorine, and water can impact frizz. So unraveling and maintenance, you need to know what are the necessary steps that you're gonna take on your lock journey. Another question you can ask your loctician, what common mistakes people make when starting lock? Learn from others' experience. This can save you from setback and stress. Another question you can ask your loctician, should I start with specific, meaning parting system? I want you to know parting affects your looks, it affects the fullness, it affects the versatility, and it affects everything on your locks long term. Another question you can ask, how can I maintain confidence and patience during my journey? Locks is more than just a hairstyle, it's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. You need to know. Another question you can ask, what size locks should I choose? The size of your locks affects your styling, it affects your thickness, it affects your overall maintenance. This is something that you need to know. Another question that you can ask, what type of parting grid can work best for my lock, especially my style goal? You have square, you have diamond, you have organic, or free form all over grow. Which parting would you want? All grow differently. Another question you can ask your loctician, how often should I moisturize my lock? Dryness can cause breakage, but over moisturizing your lock leads to buildup. Another question you can ask, do I need to cover my locks at night? Sleeping with a satin or a silk bonnet helps. This reduces frizz, and it reduces lint, and it reduces breakage. Another question you can ask your loctician, how does diet and water intake affect my lock journey? I want you to know healthy hair growth starts from within. Whatever you are intaking will matter. Another question you can ask, will my locks get thin or heavier over time? Understanding how weight can transition into your locks is very important. Tension will affect your lock, and all of this helps prevent damage. So you need to ask these questions. Another question you can ask, what's the difference between palm rolling and interlocking? Each method affects maintenance, it affects growth, it affects the final look of your lock. Another question you can ask, how do I deal with frizz in my locking stage? Color can dry out your hair, so that's a must know. So timing is very important when you just start your lock. Another question you can ask, how do I protect my locks in different weather conditions? Rain, sun, humidity, season, and climate can affect your and thinning if not managed. So you want to manage it. Another question you can ask, will locks damage my hairline? I want you to know tight retwist, heavy lock, all of this can cause thinning. Another question you can ask, how can I prevent lint from entering my lock? This starts with choosing the right fabric, covering early hair ties, early scar. All of this can help you start to prevent lint. Another question you can ask, what should I know about combining locks? Some people want you to think of locks as thickness. Some people want to thicken locks as they grow. So knowing this process is definitely a must. Another question you can ask, how often should I go to a loctician versus doing maintenance by myself? I want you to know balance helps you stay consistent. Avoid over-dependence. Another question you can ask your loctician, what mindset should I have before I start my lock? Listen, the journey takes patience, it takes acceptance, and it needs confidence. It's a lifestyle and it's not just a hairstyle. This is why we call it our lock journey. Starting your lock journey is a big decision. Asking the right questions makes it worth your time. Remember, it's not just about the style, it's about the lifestyle. If this video helped you, drop a comment on a question that you've been wondering about starting your locks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more lock education talk. If you're just starting your journey, you can be sure to check out my lovely playlist, Lock Paradise, that will help you on your lock journey. Any question you want to know, more than likely it's in the playlist. Your journey is unique. Own it and love it. I will see you on the next one.